Hey, what's up, gamers? And today we're gonna talk about how Sea of the Wolves is a
But CoSOGE. but but first, let's talk about our fan mail.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of fan mail for the last episode, and I'd love to go through it with you right now. So, first and foremost, would you like me to go first, or you?
I'll take the lead.
Okay, yeah.
At Vivid Vice said, "Can I guest star on the next episode?"
Wow.
Now, see, we were recently betrayed by the last person we tried to guest star with. So, unfortunately for the rest of you, I think that's been ruined. I think you'll find out today what Psycho betrayed us.
What absolute horrid piece of shit!
Ah! I don't even want to think about
I
him.
don't want to think about him, but we're gonna have to. Quet says peak edging content. Thank you very much for that, Quets, as well as Josh W10 with the peak Kuso. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. Got one from a hashtag an at Patrick Star 867. Dear Ellen Geef and back Daigo Zan level 3 Dr. Lab Gary the clean shots. I'm not improving at fighting games, but I'm playing so much BB tag. Can you help me to improve my gaming skills so I can be as good as you two?
Wow. They're playing BB tag?
Yeah, but the Footsie's
Hey,
neutral
man.
classic.
The Footsie's neutral golden age neutral classic of Footsies. I mean, at least you didn't pick some easy game like Shit Fighter Dicks.
True.
Or Turd Strike. So you're not going to win right away because some of us are really good at that game because it's really skilled and high floor.
Yeah, you can't just enter tournaments for that game.
But if you just stick at it, and you apply yourself and you believe, you can always improve.
Yeah.
Shan Super Saiyan said, "What are some of the best tips to become the best fighting gamer there is? Also, peak content as always." Thank you, Shan Super Saiyan. Do you have any tips, Ellie?
Yeah, I mean, the best fighting gamer there is. Well, I mean, first and foremost, what you want to do is you want to go scroll past, like, not Capcom Cup, right? What you want to do is you want to go on the internet, right? You're going to go and you're going to type in specifically before, 2007. And then you're going to type in how to get good at fighting games. Whatever videos appear from that, you watch those. Those will help. None of that modern bullshit.
Wow, what an interesting insight.
Yeah, none of that stuff for snowflakes, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hard stuff.
Yeah, hard stuff.
Speaking of hard stuff, look at this name. At Clayton Blackmore, 7832. That guy must be hard as hell. They must get into loads of fights.
He gets into loads like us.
Like us, yeah. We're kind of among kindred spirits. They said, "I have rumors that you guys weren't actually at the Evos you say you were as fetuses? What? Apparently, you were already full-grown adults with functional brains. Can you confirm or deny these rumors?" No. Oh, what's that last one that Danksley said?
Yeah.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more video games? Or games? Unlimited games but no games? Why, of course.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Yes, please. Oh, okay. I think it's time that we started this heartbreaking story. So, it all started in Chinese, where we're from.
Where we're
from. And we were setting up for a cool, awesome night with Coca-Cola, pizza bites, and some epic Neo Geo ponage.
The ponage!
To play some of our Justin Thong's goated games. All night long. And now, don't ask me how, but we had access to City of the Wolves, and we were playing it together. And then something dropped. We were playing the game, and I just couldn't understand it. But there's this thing called the spaghetti gauge, right? And when you're in the spaghetti gauge, your character can just do a drive impact.
I tried out the last of that Kuso dog shit.
A drive impact. I can't believe it. And
The drive impacted my stomach.
now listen,
Too much to bear.
EX moves are separate from the super meter, and if you go over too much with the meter, you go into burnout. It's just the drive gauge.
Drive meter.
And here's the
It's
thing.
Kuso,
I know.
but in reverse.
And here's the thing. Maybe the most confused and upset. You can parry in Justin Thong's game. Okay. We couldn't believe it, and Joe Higashi was there, and in the season pass, and he's whipping off Sagat. I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, the Tiger P. Justin Fong was supposed to make good games. Why is there so much Kuso?
Oh, Kuso,
I'm gonna vomit. At one point, we stood up, we just like, it's just shit. It's just shit. See, the Wolves is a Kusuge. I don't know why Justin Thong made it. I don't even know if he did make it. I thought he was my goat.
We thought he was our goat, and that's when the door knocked. The door knocked, and so wiping our tears with an abundance of tissues, we went and answered the door, and standing there was Zhao Hai.
It's actually X Yaoi.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So X Yaoi entered the scene.
Oh.
And he was just upset. He was scared. It was like he'd been playing the shit game with us because we were upset and scared too. He talks about Thong. He says Justin Thong's mad at me, guys. We were like, shit, X Yaoi, what's up? If you don't know who X Yaoi is, he's some small timer, but he was on like Capcom Cup this year, and he comes in, so that's how we know him. He comes in. Man, I chiefed the whole booth. I was with Justin Moore, and I chiefed the whole booth. I chiefed the whole biff. And I was like, at first I was kind of confused and scared because a booth means weed.
No.
You know, that's some serious grass. What do you mean, X Yaoi's been doing drugs?
Some devil's lettuce?
The devil's lettuce, like some sort of ruffian. And I was so confused, but he said Justin Wong's mad at me. I smoked the whole thing. I chiefed it.
And we said, is that why the game's shit? And he nodded at us, and we were like wary, right? Because this man had just come to our door. X Yaoi had just admitted to doing drugs, and now
How can we trust him?
He's insinuating that Justin Thong was doing drugs? We didn't think we could trust this guy. How could we trust him? So, as we do, as peak fighting game players, every time there's something that upsets us, we immediately go to the source and look up the hitboxes. In this case, we were going to go to Thong Island and look to see if he had been doing drugs.
We demanded an explanation.
So what we did was, we said, okay, X Yaoi, we will go there ourselves and see if you can be trusted. And he said, if it must be this way, then it will be this way. I will potentially... You might get in trouble. So be warned. The Thong Island is dangerous. And we looked at each other and it's like, why would the Thong Island be dangerous? Our goat donates to charities. I don't get it. So together we hopped in our patented CUSOBile, and we drove it all the way over the sea, Despicable Me, to Thong Island. And on the way...
we could see something in the air.
Yeah, what did we see?
Only raised our positions further. Our positions. There was a blimp.
A blimp?
You know, and a blimp's cool, but they're kind of outdated. And this thing, you know, it's flying through the sky. It's quite catching. And you see this big banner on the back, because that's what they're for. It says the Thong of Fighters tournament.
What?
And we were like, the Thong of Fighters? Is that Justin Thong's? Justin Thong's starting a fighting tournament?
What?
And that only raised our suspicion. Now I'm thinking, X Yaoi, he might be onto something. Maybe Thong's lost the plot.
But we couldn't judge it yet. We can't judge it yet. But it was very suspicious that the Thong of Fighters was taking place on Thong Island, owned by Justin Thong. But we had to see for ourselves, so we continued to the island. So we had made it onto Thong Island. owned by Justin Thong, home of the Thong Tower, and potentially home of the King of Thong tournament. The Thong of
Wow, I didn't
Fighters,
know that.
rather. Yeah. And we climbed onto the island, right? We found like a secret port and we snuck around and there was a ton of guards, loads of them.
Hmm.
And we snuck past them like we were Solid Snake or something of the sort, right?
Soft snakes.
Soft snakes together, trying to be hard.
Together strong.
Yeah, snakes together strong. So we got to like the main central Thong Cave. We got to the Thong Cave, which was located suspiciously underneath Thong Island. And
that was weird.
You wouldn't. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What, on the table, there was a baggie full of the wacky tobacco.
Green grass.
Green.
The rumors might be true. Fong might be chewing grass. He might be mowing the lawn. You feel me?
He might be drinking weed killer, bro. Oh! But we couldn't stay sad for long because he appeared through the elevator doors, menacing as ever with his long, flowing, golden locks. Maximilian, dude?
Maximilians!
Maximilian!
Max 1000!
No! And he was like, what are you doing on what are you doing on my best friend Justin Thong's island? You weren't supposed to see this. We need to keep up the agenda. What? And
he said our top priority is keeping the agenda.
He said that.
And we were like, oh my. This is getting worse and worse.
So
we were forced into a fight with this menacing guy and his golden locks.
It was, yeah.
You can't fight a guy with golden locks. Everyone knows they're top tier.
Yeah, not to mention he was zoning with his stick. Fuck.
Boring.
But you know, we were giving it our best shots. We were doing our best moves, but we just couldn't get in against this threat. But from
someone,
go on, tell him.
Someone we should have trusted all along fell down from the ceiling. Ex Yowie appears on the scene.
Ex Yowie, the guy who told us.
Yowie.
What did he do?
He helped us take down that Killer Instinct fighter.
That Killer Instinct fighter?
That Killer Instinct fighter. I like that game.
Wow, I didn't know that. But then after that, right after Max Quadrillion dude was subdued. Ha, subdued. Ha, like dude. Ha.
Yeah, he got subdued.
Dude, by Ex Yowie. Ex Yowie guided us to maybe to the left a little bit, and there was a huge screen, and we thought this screen would have too much latency to be playing fighting games on.
No.
And Ex Yowie, he hacked in. He used his epic hacker Ex Yowie powers to hack in, and what we saw, we could not believe.
So much porn.
Okay, so Mr. Shots, Mr. Lab, Dr. Lab, did you watch Capcom Cup?
Capcom Cup? I would never miss that.
Of course not. It's fighting games, right? It's fighting games. So
I love fighting games.
I love fighting games. I carry a fighting game case with me to bed so I can cuddle it to sleep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Anyway, so I was watching that shit, and I saw this dude Lashar. Oh my god, the most handsome player maybe ever.
Definitely, strap it just in history.
Just if you see the hair, the waves, the natural beauty and sleek and shine of it, I immediately fell for this person. And I've never seen a pair of glasses that suit a face more than Lashar, right?
Oh, of course not.
Of course. So I was just in awe. I could barely pay attention to the fighting game when the player cams were on, because Lashar was there, right? Whoa.
Right? I don't know why more fighting game players there didn't have these luscious trims.
Yeah. I I mean,
Just avoid the nice locks.
I know, like they need to take care of themselves, like, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Take some notes from Lashar. Who's that other guy with the long hair?
Fucking, what was his name? Like last Walker ending runner.
Final. Oh, ending Wowker.
Oh, ending Walker. Of course.
Ending Wowker. Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, he was in. Oh, I had a story from this.
You had a story.
I have a
Oh,
story.
glad to hear it.
So you remember, of course, like, because he's a music sensation, right?
Yeah. With Broski.
Ending Wowker was in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Of course, with Problem X and Broski and like George Harrison or something.
Yeah.
But no one cares about that one.
No one cares.
And so they all obviously separated due to opposing political views, which just shit on the music world. Music's actually not been the same. I don't know if you knew this.
I didn't know this, right? Because the only tracks that I listen to come from fighting game soundtracks.
Oh, right.
I mean, what kind of music did they make? What kind of music did they make?
Oh, perfect music.
Yeah, like what? Give me a few of them.
Like Not on the Sidelines.
Oh yeah,
you must have heard that one. Let It Pee.
Uh-huh.
Kuso Clark Pussy Fart. One of my personal favorites.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but in a heated argument way back in 2002, they split.
Wow.
Music was ruined. But right before ending Walker's set to make it out of pools at Capcom Cup 11,
Yeah.
The Chinese cheat box got banned. He was actually a cheater. This loser actually used a Chinese cheat box.
Yeah. The evil device.
He was really upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, something sweet happened. Something really, really warming. Broski, the key one that he had this big scuffle with, the one that just they couldn't get on the same side politically.
Yeah.
He said, my old friend, he's struggling over here, and so he awakened his secret Broski power and he transformed into a hitbox.
What?
He has that quirk. Yeah,
Whoa.
so he just turned into a hitbox, and let Ending Walker, play with him. Problem X had his meat out, and Ending Walker, he went into his set with Broski hitbox, and it was beautiful. He completely lost his set and drowned in pools, but it was a sweet moment. It was a sweet moment. And Problem X had his meat out.
It was cool that Broski let Problem X like touch him and play with him and like put his hands on him, right? For everyone,
real friends let you touch and play with them.
It's true. For everyone to see as well in public on the biggest stage.
Just straight up finger in your buttons.
I'm starting to figure out why they named that one song "Kuso Clark Pussy Fart" now, but yeah, I get it. I really,
that was always a little bit.
Yeah, I never really understood the nuances, but now clearly I know why they made that. It's peak, mate. It's just peak, and I know why they made that. But yeah, I
think that's been a good discussion about player trims.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right. Let's get back.
KUSOGE podcast. Get on it.
Get on it, fam. Get on it.
Back to the thing.
An ex-Yowie was just about to show us something life-changing on the computer. We saw the backstory of who we now know as Daigo Umehara, and we were flabbergasted because he's evil, but we were looking at the backstory, and long ago, in Chinese, orphaned brothers Daigo Umehara and Lex Villi were orphaned as orphans and were struggling to survive in the streets. The fighting streets. They couldn't even eat. They couldn't even play cool games until a very wise, very kind, very old man called Blaz took them in and taught them the art of shotos and footsies. Beautiful. It was great. So really, they got along with this person so much so that he. But Blaz adopted the little tykes, and let them have the A from his name, Blaz. And then we got, the names Daigo Umehara and Alex Valle. Wow,
I didn't know that.
Until something dreadful happened. Dreadful. We couldn't believe this when we saw it. One day, Justin Thong, did something horrible.
No!
Now, we learnt that Thong and Blaz were training together under the watchful eye of Sun Tzu. In the ways of footsies and neutrals and footsies and neutral and player expression. And the thing is Sun Tzu sensed something dark within Thong. An anger within his heart that Blaz did not possess. So what happened was Sun Tzu secretly taught the art of parry to Blaz in secret. And this made...
What?
Yeah, in secret, away from Thong, so that Thong could not use it for evil.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You know, Blaz obviously passed this on to his two perfect little boys, Daigo and Alex. And that's when the tragedy happened. Because Thong got so freaking jealous at Blaz for knowing the secret parry art that he used his Satsui no Thongo, the raging thong string, and killed Blaz!
No!
In cold blood. And this set Daigo and Alex on a path for revenge, and this is when we knew that the Daigo was free of all suspicions, and that, you know, maybe we were on the wrong side of history.
He was pulling the thong strings all along.
He was. He played us like a damn fight stick.
Oh, I hate being played like a fight stick and getting my buns fingered.
And my stick wobbled around. So we resolved together. We looked at each other and we knew what we had to do. We looked to ex-Yowie, and there and then we knew in our hearts what our team name was. What was it, Shots?
I forgot.
So together, us, the blood pact of the burning soul, we clasped all three of our hands together and we resolved we must make Thong pay for what he has done to Alex Valle. Kuso! We yelled together and we ran up the stairs. We beat up all the Thong goons. We're all the Thong gooners who gooned to Thong. And we beat them up and we beat them up.
Gooned everywhere.
Till we finally made it to the top of Thong Tower, where Thong was stood in his thong with his back to us and his cheeks out, looking over on the island, looking at the penultimate match of the Thonga Fighters tournament. And we go up to him and we say, Thong, why would you do this? You are our GOAT, and now you're making tournaments to get revenge on Daigo for stuff that you did. You made us believe that Daigo was the villain and that you were the hero, when really, I'm starting to think we were misguided and it was the other way around. And he turned around and we could not fucking believe what we saw. He had in his hands the Chinese cheat box. The evil device radiating with evil energy that played evil fighting games for evil for you. And we were so mad. We had to do something. And he said, you will, Thong said, you will not stop my revenge plot against Daigo. You see, I killed Blaz. And we knew the confirmation was true, that everything we were was true. I killed Blaz, but I didn't kill his idea. I must eliminate Daigo Umahara to complete my revenge. And so, together, we knew we had to DHC this motherfucker, dream cancel, team up, the blood pact of the burning fucking universe together we were. And we put the fight to Thong, and it was grueling, and it was hard, and he had lots of health and lots of disjoints, and the worst part of all,
it plays neutral for you.
The Chinese cheat box was playing the neutral for him. So even though that we play Blaze Blue Cross Tag, the neutrals classic, we're masters of the game, we couldn't get near to him because his spacing and neutral and footsies were just too good. It was expressing player for him. I couldn't believe the real might of what we were
Build
witnessing.
player expression in the fight.
But I couldn't believe what
Fucked
was
our
witnessing.
pussies.
He fucked our pussies and filled our anus with pussy cock. Gameplay. No.
We'll never forgive him.
No. So he killed us. He didn't kill us, but he very badly wounded us. He
Basically killed us.
He basically killed us with the Cyclops storm like shit moves that he's got. It was cheap and it was Kuso, and we fell and we thought, no, this is over. This cannot be. We have failed. But that's when we hear that the crowd has died down a little bit, and maybe something was happening, and that's when, bursting through the door that we'd closed very politely upon walking in, Daigo Umahara, the finalist of the King of Thong Fighters tournament, has just busted in, and he needs to take on the person who killed his master Blaz. And we were elated. We were elated, and he said, it was solemn. He looked very serious. He had a very serious expression. He said, Justin Thong, I need to end the cycle of violence between you and our clans. And Justin simply smiled and he said, no, it cannot be done. I will kill you. I remember you said something, backshots, because Daigo was looking shaken. He couldn't do it, maybe. He started to fight and he was like losing, and until you said what you said, please recount in your majestic voice what you said to Daigo Umahara.
Daigo, he didn't want violence. He wanted to end the aggression, the cycle of vengeance between everyone. He wanted everyone to be happy and grow. So I said to him, Daigo, let it go. It is not a sin to fight for the right cause. There are some who words alone will not reach. Justin Thong is such a being. You must go now. Unleash your full Dingo Umehara spirit and send him back from whence he came.
And so, with that, Daigo found the will to defeat the Chinese cheat box. He used his famed Ume Wolf technique, and he hit Justin Thong, and it smashed him into the balcony that he was watching the tournament, and it smashed right through the railing, the wooden railing, and very nobly, as Daigo realized what he'd just done, he ran up and he tried to reach his hand down to save the person who had killed his master. Justin Thong, batted his hand away and flipped him off with both hands, as a sign of pettiness.
He flipped out the double doobies.
The double doobies, the gooby wooby, the double bird flip maneuver on Daigo, just to alter the course of his life, having known that he's manslaughtered an individual. As Thong falls into the streets of the Thong Island and presumably dies, Daigo looks down with a very solemn expression, knowing that despite his best efforts,
It's going to stay with him forever.
He could not save this one foe.
He wanted to end the cycle of violence.
He wanted to, and he couldn't do it, man.
Justin just didn't let him.
And we thought he was the bad guy. We thought Daigo was the bad. We besmirched Daigo's good name.
That generational hater.
Never again. Never will we glaze Thong ever again.
We will remember them.
We will remember them. Oh, God. Swing low, sweet chariot.
我们心上出心上送，哭着爱要是有呀，朋友啊，让我们继续牢牢铭记啊，我们心上兄弟心肠。